Okay, this is the piece that we took out. This is what we're going to duplicate today, and we're going to show you start to finish how to make this piece that we took off the floor on this Chevrolet truck so we can get the base part of the floor installed today and then move on to the floors.
Yeah.
I wanted to show you a piece of the floor that we took out of this dude right here. Maybe I could do it like that, but you can see all the rust on this floor. I mean, the floor was just completely gone in this truck. Unfortunately, there were some other things that were gone. You can see this brace over here, right there, is what supports the truck body to the frame. And you can see where it would attach right here and right there and lay on the frame. When you get over here, that piece was gone, and you can see this. Unfortunately, this whole side right up in here is completely rusted and gone. So we can't buy those parts, unfortunately. So we're going to make a lot of those, and we're going to include that in this video today to show you how we're going to recreate that frame rail right there. And then tomorrow we'll show you how we make this piece over here. But you can see we just cut and cut and cut, and we have found a lot of bad metal inside of this cab. So stay with us, because we're going to go up here and recreate a frame piece that you can watch us fabricate. So we're going to bend this metal on the brace to match the old piece. And the first thing we got to do is get a little heat here. So we're going to start with the torch, turn the bottles on right here. We always turn these off before we're done. You want to make sure that both of these are turned off. If you've never used one of these before, you notice these hoses are color coded, and you can follow them back to the bottle. So the bigger bottle is oxygen, and the bottle down here is acetylene, and the two of those mix as they come out of here and make a hot pattern for us to use to get this metal good and hot. So we're going to go over here. In this particular case, we're going to use a tulip tip, which is multiple ports out of here that just gives you a little more heat to get it hotter quicker. Kind of what you could use a single tip and it'd probably do the same thing, but this is just a little bit faster. So I'm going to put this on here like this and screw it up. You don't need a wrench for this. You can just do this by hand. Be sure you don't cross thread it like I tried to do just there. Make sure that it goes on smoothly. Then you aim this. I always aim mine away from my nozzles like this, because when you're adjusting it, if you had it up like this and you're adjusting it, you're going to be shooting yourself in the face with a lot of heat. So you put it down like that. Make sure this is just snugged up tight so it's not going to leak there. And we're going to start by turning on the acetylene, which is the red hose to the small bottle. Got a brand new striker from Amazon. I'm so excited. Look, see, that makes a spark like that. The other one wore out. So you crack this line right here, and you give it there we go. So now we've got acetylene. We're going to get it like that, and then we're going to open the oxygen up. That's another one over here on the green line. And you'll see, now do you see the blue small tips right there is where the maximum amount of heat is on this torch. The more heat we want to give it, we just up the acetylene and then up the oxygen to go with it. And you can get hotter and hotter and hotter. You don't want to get too hot too quick. So, you know, as you do it, if it doesn't get the metal hot enough right away, then you can come back and adjust it. So hold that for me just for a second. You get on my helmet here. You can buy a helmet like this that'll allow you to use it where it doesn't darken as much like it would need to for welding. And it'll also give you a protective shield over your face. The other thing that you probably need to have is a pair of welding gloves, because this is going to get pretty hot at some point. I'm going to put those on. And I've got a hammer here to assist us in bending this a little bit. So you'll just apply some heat right there. And you'll notice that I'm trying to keep the blue tip here right on the metal. That's the hottest part. Notice how the metal is turning red now. That means it's about ready to bend. So I'm going to go all the way across. We'll give this a little bit of a tweak now. Notice how easy that is to bend. So I'm going to shut the torch off. And we're going to check it against the old piece. Whoa, that made a noise. So now we're wanting to get this angle right here. So if I got the right spot, did I go the right direction? I need to go like this. So you can see I'm pretty close. I've got this angle down to here. So now what we need to do here is bend back up. So we're going to put it in the vise at that spot. Let me mark that again. I'm not sure I got that spot just right. So we're going to go to there, and we want to come back the other direction. So it looks like that's about right there. Put it back in the vise. Let's set my level right there. So that the line that I marked is even with the top of the vise. Back to the torch. Open up the acetylene. Grab the brand new striker from Amazon. Get a little heat there. Okay, there we are with the acetylene. Now we're going to adjust the oxygen. You see we got the tips there. See my blue tips? You can see my red line there. I'm going to go back this way. And you can see what we've got here. We now go this way, take a little bit of a roller skate and ramp down, and then we straighten back out. I think I need to come back just a little bit more. We'll compare that to the, oh, by the way, look how rusty that thing is, and part of it's missing right here. So we had to remake that. We're going to compare them. You can see this was really not a very difficult thing to do, and it's something you could probably do at home. All you got to have is a torch. So now you can see we're pretty close right there. We need to come up a little bit on this end, needs to come this way. Ooh, that's hot, even with those gloves. One more time. Yeah, I believe I'm pretty close. So now we're going to make the sides. We're going to use angle iron that we bought a piece at the Home Depot, and we're going to weld it onto that, and then we're going to grind it down to fit. So we're going to let this cool off, and then Laura here is going to tack the sides on, and we'll show you how we're doing that, and then we're going to grind them off even, and we should be getting pretty close to having a piece that looks like that. So here we go. We'll be right back to you. Okay, so this was the bracket that we took off of the floor, and you can see it is permeated with rust holes. It's carried a lot of water through here over time, and it just eventually rusted holes in it. You can see this side is pretty much shot, and then the rest of it is completely gone. And that's what we are making here. We started out by making the base piece right here, and then we bought two pieces like this. Actually, we bought a long stick of this. All this came from Lowe's, so you can buy it over there at Home Depot, either one. And you see we're going to duplicate this piece right here by welding this piece onto our new bent piece right here. So it's going to go together something like that. Once we're done, we're going to have the right size. Then we're going to have to adjust this piece a little bit to get it right. So what you want to do to get this right, and you can see we made a line here. So how do we get that line? Well, we took this piece and we measured from here to here, and that was 1.5 inches. So we marked off 1.5 inches on the new piece, and we're going to set this on the side, not on top, but on the side like this. And then we're going to tack it in there, and then we'll come back and straighten this bend so that it conforms, because it needs to be 1 inch from here to here. So 1.5 inches here, inch there, and we should end up with a piece that looks like this. Now we're going to have some overhang. See there? We're going to have some hanging off the edge. We're going to come back with our wheel and cut this off, or a plasma cutter, either one. Let me get that where you can see it. And then we will weld this whole thing on this side solid all the way back, and duplicate some of the holes that we need here for bolts and for the park brake. Actually, it's a rod for the park brake on this one. So now let me tell you something. If you're looking for the best welder in the state of Texas, right here she is. This lady can weld, and weld again. And this will look perfect. You ought to see that. Go look at the other video we did on the floor she put in the blue truck just like this. It's amazing the work that she does. So we're happy to have her here. All right, here we go.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Winding it up, we have made this cross brace that goes in the floor on this Chevrolet pickup. We're ready to install it. You see we've put some holes in here where it'll bolt down, and then we put a oblong hole right here and right here for the brake. It doesn't have a cable. It's actually got a brake rod for the park brake that goes through at an angle like this to get to the pedal on the floor. So this dude's ready to weld into the floor, tack it in, get it set so we can see how the floor is going to fit. I'm Barry Wilson with Wilson Auto Repair. You can go to my website at wilsonauto.com, or you can go to this YouTube site. I hope you'll hit subscribe to let us know that we're helping you and that you're interested in the work that we're doing for you.
Yeah.